Hello everyone, this is Anna with My Crafting World. I wanted to share something that I saw yesterday, and I'm looking for things that I can make that are already in my stash and I don't have to go out and purchase any supplies for. I was watching Jenny at Crafty Creations, and she was showing some tassels that she made out of seam binding. And I thought, and then she linked another video, which was Tina with Crafty Bean. And I watched both videos, and I thought, well, I think I have everything I would need to make them. And I just thought they were so cute. Let me see if I can move this light. So this is a seam binding tassel, and these are the colors that I used, and I have various beads and whatnot, so I took them out and I figured let me try to play with some of these. So these are the little, I don't know what they're called, but this is a glass bead, this is a bow that I had in my stash, and other beads that I had in my stash, and I just use a jump ring for the top. And my plan is to get a garment pin. My plan is to get a garment pin and attach them that way to whatever they're going to go on. I think that works just fine. And I just thought they were so pretty. I love my seam binding, guys. You know I do. So that is the very first one I made, and I'm going to take this pin off just because I'm not ready to use it. The second one that I made was this one right here, and again, this one's a flower bead, and that one is actually gold on one side. It's got gold accents, but I thought it looked cuter this way. So that was the second one that I made. And again, this one, for some reason, I didn't get it as tight as I should have, but I think it still makes a cute tassel. Just love the colors. And then the last one that I made was this one right here. This one does not have a bow in the center, but the first and last ones do. And this is the last one that I made. And I just thought, hey, they come out pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna make one with you guys because it's so quick to make. They're easy to make, they're quick. And yeah, so I'm gonna make one with you guys. I'm gonna show you what you need. You need, of course, seam binding, and I've already pre-cut my seam binding. This seam binding is about 12 inches per strip, and I don't have it in any particular order, but I do want them a little even, so you can always go back and trim off. And so I'll probably trim some of that off, or see if I can get it a little more even. Okay, so the way that who is that? Tina. The way Tina made hers, and I think she said she saw it somewhere else, and she has a link. But anyway, those are the only two that I watched, so those are the only two that I'm gonna link. So she made hers a little bit different. She had things that I don't have, so I had to figure out a way to do mine without some of the supplies that she had. So there is mine, and my ribbon is pretty even. I really thought I had 3 of the pink. Anyway, there is mine. So you need, these are about 12 inches. So that you need a seam binding ribbon, and you can use however many ribbons you want, to make it as full as you want. This one, and you can make it any length. These are a shorter, a shorter ribbon, and these two are a little bit longer. I kind of like the longer ones. So these are a little bit longer. And you also need, of course, various beads. I have another bow right there. I have my jump ring, and now this is a large jump ring. So, and then I'm gonna try something with you guys. I found this in my stash, and I'm gonna try something. We'll see if it's gonna work. And then, of course, my what do you call it? Garment pin. Okay. So you also need a needle, and I'm thinking like a darning needle. I think I saw one of the ladies, but I have, okay, so you need some kind of, you know, this is crochet thread. So this is what I had. This is what I'm using. You need something thick and strong. You can do embroidery floss. I think somebody used embroidery floss. So this needle I have two of them. This is a doll, no, I'm sorry, a long doll needle. And I have two of these, and I thought, hey, I can use this. It'll be easy. So the first thing I did was I took, I don't know, just whatever makes you comfortable on the length of the thread. So all I did was I put my thread under here, and I tied a knot down at the bottom, and I left some you know, some length to the bottom, because we're going to use that again. So there is my beginning of the knot. So again, you want to make sure that your, you know, your seam binding is somewhat even. And that's about the middle. So all I did was tie that at the middle. Okay, and I tied it again, double knot, and that is my bottom of my tassel. Okay, and remember, we did leave a little bit because we're going to use it to knot again. Okay, so I'll probably at the end trim some of that off. So let me see what, okay, so the next thing I did was I started threading my my beads, but in this case, and I left this alone, this needs to hang down. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this one first, and I'm going to thread with the dome going down. And I don't know if this is going to work. Let me see if I can make that hole a little bit bigger, because that hole is really thin or really small, and your needle has to be able to go through there. So I am just taking my pokey tool and seeing if I can't make it a little bit wider. So I may not be able to use this, guys. It was a good idea though. There we go. It was wide enough. Okay, so my idea is that at the end, when I'm finished, I want to bend that down to hold, you know, hold the seam binding down. So I'm going to leave that there. I am going to take my beads, and I am going to bead them through the needle in whatever order I want them. Do this one next. And then I'm going to do this one next. So like I said, they have to be able to go down through your string, okay? So now I'm going to take my jump ring, and I'm going to thread my jump ring through here. It goes down, see? Now I'm going to thread on this side of the jump ring. I'm going to thread my needle back down through all the beads, including this one, if it'll go, but not through the seam binding. Oh yeah, it did go. Nice. Okay, so my jump ring is over here. I'm going to pull this. Got a little hung up right there. I'm going to pull my string, my thread. There we go. And see, when you pull it through nice and tight, it keeps your jump ring on the top. But I want it a little more secure, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it, hopefully you can see, thread it under the knot and in and back up. Hopefully it'll fit. and back up through the beads again. At this point, it's a little loose, but we're going to tighten that up. And we are on this side of the jump ring, okay? So let's pull that back up. Yes, it went through. Okay, there we go. And again, pull tight. Barely gonna have enough. Okay, pull tight. There we go. It's starting to come together. Excuse me. So it is on this side of the jump ring. I'm going to put my needle through the jump ring to where my thread goes over the jump ring one more time. And this is the last time we go through the bead. Sorry, I know you can't see. I couldn't see either. And we're going to go back down through the beads. Seems to be hung up somewhere. There we go. Well, and you got to get it down through all the beads again. So where is it getting hung up? It's getting hung up on this one. Okay. Got to come back down. There it goes. And we got to get it through that hole. There, we got it. Oh, I pulled it out. I want to make sure that I don't, go through my seam binding. There we go. Okay. This one's a little tougher, but it can be done. Okay. Oh, I just bent that. Okay. The needle came out, but that's okay because we were at the end. Okay. So you want to pull tight. Okay. There we go. And then you want to take this. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. I'm going to push these up so you can see. Okay. So you want to take the two ends that you have at the bottom. And I tied them. Making sure not to get anything, your seam binding wrapped in there. And you tie it nice and tight. Now I'm going to do another. I'm going to tie it one more time. Nice and tight. Okay. That's nice and tight. Now if you make one with the embroidery floss, you can just leave that hanging down. Or you can actually tie more beads on there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my glue gun, which has been heating up. And I am just going to put a tiny bit of glue on that knot. There. Just so it, it'll secure it a little bit more. I don't want a whole lot because I don't want it to, get all stiff. I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm going to get my scissors. This needle, guys. Oh, love that thing. Okay. Now, I think it's dry enough. I'm going to cut this away. And that is the seam binding tassel. So now what my plan for this one was just to bend it down, and I'm hoping it's going to work. If not, I'm going to tear this apart and start over. And yeah, you know what, guys, that does look good. Tina has one of those little clamps that you can put at the end of your tassels when you're making them, but I don't have any, and I thought, well, I wonder if it's possible without it. Okay, guys, I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Oh, that's cute. Oh, let me zoom you back out. Sorry, guys. Look at that. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, so I am going to trim off a little bit of these ends Just they're a little too long. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, now I'm gonna glue my bow. Let me put my garment pin on there so I can pick it up a little bit better. Here's my garment pin. Oh, that looks cute. And then I'm going to glue this bow. This is something I had in my stash. Let me glue that. I'll glue that to that right there. That worked great, guys. Look at that. Really quick. And look at that beautiful tassel you get. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much, Tina. Those are cute. Oh my gosh, I love these. Guys, I hope you give it a try. I hope you give it a try because they turn out really super cute. And you can just use anything you have in your stash. You don't have to go out and get anything special. Just use whatever you have in your stash. You know, if you need to alter it in a little, a little bit in some way to make it work for you, do that. That's what I did with these. All right, guys, thank you so much. Oh, I just love these. Let me know if you're going to give it a try. It's just really, really simple and they turn out so adorable. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Have a great day and stay safe.